Many of you may not know this, but this week is National Suicide Prevention Week. I'm joined with Corey Edwards, the director and CEO of Mid-Plains Behavioral Center. The people may not know this because suicide is something people are so hush-hush about, something no one wants to talk about.
That's right. I think when we think about this, suicide is it's shrouded in such taboo that nobody really wants to talk about it or think about it. And I think what's important for people to realize is that this is really a public health issue. And last week, the World Health Organization released the first of its kind report on suicide that encompassed 10 years of comprehensive data about suicide rates. And what we learned from that is that this is a massive global problem with 800,000 people across the globe committing suicide each year. And for those reasons, I think that this deserves enough attention and as much attention as we can give to it.
You call it a public health issue. Do you think many people would agree it's a public health crisis at this point?
I would believe so, knowing that in Nebraska there are as many people who have committed suicide in the last year who have died from car accidents, and the numbers are staggering. They're increasing. I think that the other thing that people don't often think about is when you think about teenage girls. There's such pressure on teenage girls these days. Suicide rates for girls have gone up, especially from 9th to 12th graders. It's important to know that 1 in 13 kids commit suicide each year, with 1 in 7 actually talking about committing suicide. That's very alarming.
I don't know how anyone could even hear that number and not get that pit in your stomach, just that shiver almost, that this is something that we can prevent, and it's happening with all of our teens.
It really is.
Now, of course, people can turn to you all for help, and before we have to go, I really want to touch on where people can go for help in the area.
Absolutely. We are in Mid-Plains Center. We have got offices in Kearney. We've now got an office in Hastings and in Grand Island. And I think that the most important takeaway is early identification of substance abuse and mental health issues, and then following up with care. Call us. Our number is area code 308-385-5250. Call us and we will help you with anything from medication management to therapy. We also have risk assessments for kids. They can come into our crisis stabilization unit and be assessed right there on the spot.
Thank you so much for coming in and talking about this issue that is so hard for people to talk about it.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We're going to check back in with Travis at Husker Harvest Days when we get back.